How's it going, everybody? McBillyBoy back for another part of Lord of the Stars: The Pit. Today we're going to be talking about the Engineer. We're going to go through all the human classes, and then we'll start, going through some of the alien classes. But we'll go with the Engineer right now and tell you exactly why. I think he's really good. He's got some strengths over other characters, but he's definitely one of those characters that gets a lot of levels quickly. So we go over here and like loot this. We'll just loot this real quick. We got 54 experience. Sometimes other classes will actually only get like 25. So he's getting like ×2 basically. And that's a really good thing about the Engineer himself. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. See these? These little devils here, lamprey rocks or hawks, they'll kill you. One hit if you're not paying attention. So we'll step back, we'll try to fight them. We're probably, yeah. Oh my god. Like there's no way. We'll throw a grenade. We'll try to survive. Oh man, they dodged it. Okay, well, that can happen, and if you're very unlucky, we'll just go again. That can just kill you instantly. Two of them will spawn, and like, what do you do, right? Like, it's basically game over. Found some food pellets out of that tent there. Stab him up. See how much XP he's getting? We're almost like level 2. And we haven't even went to the first floor yet. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you about a little bit about his setup here. So the Engineer starts with a jumpsuit. It's a lot worse than the Marines, like flak armor or whatever it's called. This one only has 30 armor, and the flak armor has 50, I think. He starts with a couple blades, so he's good with that. He starts with a sharpening kit, so if these get dull, you can actually, successfully bring them back, right? So that's nice for him. He has a crowbar, which is absolutely insane. As you can see here, damage versus props, so it's like doors, that's like just anything that's like metal, and you can just hit it. That doesn't mean mechs, though. That's not what that means. So it's not going to do extra damage to like mechanical, like robots and stuff like that. He starts with a pistol, which is actually better than the double shot pistol in my opinion, because you waste a lot less ammo, and it's just better overall. It just does more damage, right? He starts with 5 turrets, which are cool. You can kind of like lay these down and it'll shoot things for you. He's got grenades here, just the basic starting out grenades. He starts out with, well, we picked these up. So he starts with 3 Soul Force rations. The thing about this guy is his hungers doesn't go down as fast as the Marine, right? So he doesn't need as much food to survive. He starts with this. This is a sensor radar. I'll show you. We'll go down to the pit right now. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna shoot some of these. So we click this, we can actually get a nice overview of like where the enemies are, and that's really cool. He's the only one I think that starts with that, or there might be another one, I'm not sure, I can't remember. But it's cool because if you run out of charges, you can actually recharge this at like a recharge station, so it's like really handy and it can last you quite a while. This one also, this is an easy lab, and it's basically it can make like items, right? So we can craft, and I can make whatever I want in the game. Well, not food ones, that's not what it means. Like there's cooking stations, and then there's the research lab stations, and research lab stations, you make guns and stuff, right? So that's a portable one, which is awesome. He starts with lockpicks, so he can find a lot of stuff. Couple insta heals, so that means you don't have to take a turn to like, I'll just demonstrate this. So if I were to like heal, it took a full turn to do that, right? But with an instant heal, I just used it and it didn't take a turn at all. So it can be a lifesaver. He starts with a couple anti-venoms. Be very careful with these. You don't want to use them too early on. You want to use these when there's some very, very powerful venoms in your body, right? You get attacked by a big snake, and that can be game changing. What else? He's got a digital assistant, which is awesome for like opening doors and using computers and stuff. There's charges on this one also. A polymer infuser is really good for armor. So it's basically like the sharpening kit for armor. So it can repair the durability, right? Electronic toolkits. This is gonna help you out with like fixing broken electrical like stations and stuff like that. So there's quite a bit. Oh, and you can't recharge these. Like it's a one and done kind of thing. 2 terrain medkits. Obviously you can heal with these. And each one of these actually gets rid of a disease, a level of disease. So this character, I'm just gonna show it off real quick. These are his stats. Perception's amazing, like one of the best in the game with perception. His finesse is 5 away from becoming 60. Amazing. He has the ability to use a lot of psi abilities, this guy. But his might, that is 35, and that's not good. If he gets a disease, it's really hard for him to fight it off, and then it just keeps progressing and progressing and progressing. And if it gets to level 10, you die instantly. So you gotta be very careful with this character not to get diseased. Very strong mechanical. His melee needs a lot of work. His blade sucks. He's never heard of a spear. His knife is pretty good. You can get that up with natural means. You got a couple knives right here. Pistol's pretty good. His rifle's awful. His assault rifle's terrible. And his heavy weapons, again, he's never heard of a bazooka launcher. So there's that. His traps are pretty decent, which is pretty shocking. We go down here and you can see he's really well-rounded in finding things. This guy can loot things, and that's his specialty. He'll find a lot of loot. Okay. So the way I would build this character, so we'll quickly get a level here. There we go. We'll level up. I would start just putting everything into might, because you want to bring that up. You want to get at least 50 might. Your character's going to suffer otherwise. For mechanical, I'll do mechanical here. I'll lock picking, and I'll kind of do that until this one reaches like 70 here. And then I'll just do one more here. I kind of like seeing 40. Electrical's good. Computers is fine. 1 point into forging won't hurt. But we're going to actually take resistance and telekinesis and then mech empathy. And I'll go explain that why. So mech empathy, you want mecha sense so you can sense the robots around you. And you want sabotage here so you can destroy things from a distance. It doesn't mean sabotage a robot running around in the field. It means like you can sabotage like props. So like mechanical type structures. It's hard to explain. I'd have to show you, but I don't have enough psi points to show you that. You take points into resistance, right? So you want your psi shield on every character, and you want your manipulation on every character as well. Okay, so build them up like that. Get these to 15. You want those. After you get to 15, start building up your mech empathy. Get that all the way up. And I would honestly say start taking some into empathy. Because if you can get, let's see, just life sense. Yeah, life sense is good enough. I would say honestly go to telekinesis and get to shrapnel storm. That's incredible. If you can get shrap storm, it like captures, like it'll lock down an opponent and just kind of like do damage over time. It's incredible, yeah. So there's that, and I think that's it for the character himself. Just take someone to here, and then whatever kind of needs it, just do with the body skills here. But when it comes to might, do 50, take it off that, and go to 60 finesse, and just do whatever you want at that point. This character is pretty flexible, and he's a lot easier to build than other ones. Don't do what I'm doing right now. Like, don't shoot things, obviously. This is just a demonstration. I kind of like doing this, right? But if you're gonna really play this character, you wouldn't want to be wasting your ammo like I'm doing right now. Okay, we'll pop open that. Wow, 38 rounds. That's insane. Yeah, the little white rats will actually steal your stuff, so you gotta shoot them down. I'm gonna take out my crowbar and start bashing some stuff.
a marine.
Yeah, you can see here his food pool is not that big, but he levels up quite fast, so your HP can kind of get big faster than more characters, right? Like, his XP gain is phenomenal. Get these loot piles here. Just get forging up naturally, and then start putting points into it. So we're going down to the next level here. There's a penguin. We're gonna shoot him. That's funny. See what else we can find here. I really like this character. I think this character's got good potential to beat the game. I mean, obviously other characters, like, some characters are very tough to like beat the game with, but it's a skill thing, right? So you get better with your character and you learn the ins and outs. But this character's a really nice one to like kind of start with and pick it up, right? Pick the game up. Obviously don't use your level up until, you know, you're down to a couple hits left. And then it'll refresh your entire health bar. So get this up like I said. And then, you know, we're using a lot of knife. So I would honestly just put some in a knife. Work on these, like I said. Get this to 15, that one to 15. And then this one, get that sabotage ability. Okay, so this is considered a prop. This is a door. See how much damage I'm doing? And then when I hit the monster, it's only like 2.3. So you're seeing why the crowbar is so special in its own way, right? So I can do a lot of damage to that door, and like if we use the knife, we'll go over here. And I'm doing such crap damage with the knife, and then my fists barely touch it, right? With the crowbar, it just tears through these doors. This thing as well. 15, wow. Yeah, so the crowbar is amazing, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's got the capability to fight, like, you know, those slimes that are white and they'll kind of rip through your armor. You can actually just fight them with this because it just has so much durability, and you can just fight them. It doesn't really matter. It also helps with skill checks too. Let me see if I can find something to demonstrate that. So this is good for demo purposes. My disease is climbing crazy. We're gonna try to cure it with a charge of our... See, it reduced it, but it only reduces it one level. See, it just keeps going up. This is the struggle of this character. You're seeing it right here. The Marine does not suffer from that. That's why I like the Marine so much. But if you can get his might up, he'll be shining too. It's just early stages. If you can, shoot the red bats because those are the ones that give you disease. Let's try to sleep in the bed and let's see if we can die from disease. I just want to see if it'll happen. Okay, never mind. Level up again. So I'll quickly go over everything I've talked about. So for these abilities, get this up to 50 for might. After that, pull it off, go to finesse, get that to 60, and then do whatever you want with this character afterwards. Get those down and you're gonna be fine. First couple points is gonna go into mechanical. I'd say the first 2 levels, stop after that. 1 point into lockpick or 2, it's up to you. From that point on, he's really bad in a lot of his melee and like combat abilities, so you will find guns and then you'll kind of revolve it around what you found, right? So say you found like a machine gun. Yeah, we're gonna go into assault weapons. Or let's say we found another pistol. Yeah, we're just gonna start putting more points into pistol then. Kind of that basis, right? For his mind skills, I would say get Decipher, Biotech, and Forging up by natural means, and try to get Resistance, Telekinesis, and Mech Empathy up to the point where you've unlocked your Manipulation and you've unlocked Psi Shield. Then you can make a choice here. Do I want to keep going into Psi Armor? Psi Armor's good, it's good, but there's another choice here, it's called TK Fist. So what that does is, if you cast it, it'll shoot this huge fist out. It's like a Psy fist, right? And it'll just smash the monster for like 60 damage. It's really good. And if you want to keep going down the tree here, deflect is amazing. So if a monster's shooting you with like guns, it'll just go back and like hit him instead. And then Trap Snorm, obviously it's the best ability probably in the game, in my opinion. Other than that, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, get Sabotage, and then I'd stop with Sabotage, like just get that one and then call it quits on that. Yeah, it's basically my guide, and we're just gonna throw my grenades. I always like to do that. This is so fun to use. We'll throw one over here too. Nice. We're actually gonna open this up. I just want to see what kind of armor we got. Oh wow, we got a Saya helmet. That's really cool. That's amazing. Let's go down here and throw our last grenade. We'll commit suicide. Oh no, it hit me.
Excellent.
Decrypt this. Okay, that's it. Honestly, I pretty much summed everything up for the guide. So see you guys next guide. Yeah.